关关雎鸠，在河之洲。窈窕淑女，君子好逑。参差荇菜，所有由之。窈窕淑女，不美求之。
I'm Alicia Relinque. I'm professor at Granada University. My specialty is classical Chinese literature and classical Chinese language. In my department, there are lots of people that work with theater in Europe. So they were very interested to know some dramas of China. No translation in Spanish. So, and at the time there was a publishing house that was interested to have some plays, Chinese plays, translated, and they allowed me to choose what I wanted. And at the time, I love Xixiangji. I love the record of the West Chamber. I think it's very important. It's very romantic. It's very funny. Tang Xianzu is, I think, one of the writers that I love the most because really he knows how to say lots of things. These are very, very few characters. For me, still, Mudanting is the best. And it's very intelligent. It's funny. It's very deep also. It's a wonderful, wonderful play, not just to be seen, but to be read. There were some similarities between the Chinese plays of the 16th century and the Spanish plays at the same time. For example, there is a hunchback in Mudanting. Tang Xianzu used a poem to describe him that is very, very funny. He's very rhythmical. The way that he describes that hunchback man, as you can see it, he says it's a mountain, he's his back, this is something David, a valley in his chest, and it's very funny and very musical. And at the same time in Spain, there was another wonderful writer of the 16th, 17th century, Quevedo, that was describing a man with a big nose. So he said it's like a mountain in his head. It's like something. It was the rhythm was very similar. So what I try to see is why this Spanish writer used this word. Why this Chinese writer used, which were the words that were used at this time to express a deep feeling or the sarcastic things. So it's try to see which are the technicals and the mechanics of each language and try to put it at work. It was the first play that was known in Europe. And La Perla, it's a group of theater very important in Barcelona, in Catalonia region. They wrote to me and they told me, they asked my permission to use my translation to translate it into Catalan. And they invited me to the premiere. Really so beautiful. It was spectacular. The audience was screaming, great, it was moved. And then at the end, all the people, the director and the actors went outside and started, and they called me, and I get out on the stage. It was wonderful, and it was about 1 month. It was on scene. Every day was plenty of people, always sell out. So it was a huge success, and there was lots of notice in the newspapers and everywhere. They talk about the 朝市国. I know some translators of the past hasn't been in China. The people that work with classical China say, no, because the modern China is not the one of the past. I completely disagree with that. The culture is everywhere. It's in the way that we move. It's the way that we smell. When I arrive to Beijing, I feel the smell. This is Beijing. You don't see that in the books. There are lots of information that are not in books. They say that in language, the 40% of the language is non-oral. It's just movement. It's just to step in a way. So I think it's fundamental to go. I think you must first is to live. And to live is to get related with other people and to exchange with other people. So any translator, don't matter if it's in China, Chinese, Spanish, or English and French or anything, it's that kind of going and return. It's always a travel, a mental travel, because I'm not just learning from China when I translate and I make the research about a book. It's because when I do that, I also put my eyes in Spanish. And I learn, and suddenly I discover, this is Spanish, it was like this. So it's like the life develops lots of dimensions. It's like you see one thing and you see, from here, you see it's like lots of universes. And that's what I think is amazing, that I love the most, making translations.